I think you're just being a little bit snarky because that lady, she's not giving the SNAP program a good look at all. She's like, and I've been poor and I lived in the projects. Now I'm an attorney and I make money or more than I used to. So I've seen it from both sides. And I think there's a lot more nuance to a lot of these conversations. And when you make six figures, for example, that actually doesn't make you rich, and it actually really does suck to pay over a third of your income in taxes for programs, most of which you can't and will not utilize. But at the same time, there's also a lot of shaming around food stamps. So I just wanted to take your comment as a moment to talk about some of the myths and some of the facts. I grew up on food stamps, so I guess I owe that to the program. But an important thing to note at the outset is the program isn't really just about benefiting poor people. It is an economic program. It is an economic stimulus program, because when people get food stamps, what happens? They go to the store and they buy them. There's so many bodegas, grocery stores that would not be able to employ people if they didn't have people with food stamps shopping there. Also, it's been a huge assistance to a lot of our farmers in the United States who produce sometimes the over-processed crap, which that lady was buying. But it's also economic stimulus for that. Okay, so that's first off. It's not necessarily a purely altruistic thing. Whoa, we want to feed the poor. No, we want to stimulate local economies, and we know that people will spend food stamps if we give them food stamps. So number one, most people on food stamps actually work. And those are the recipients who are not children. And then we go here. Every dollar into food stamps benefits 1.73 cents in economic activity. It has a very small fraud rate compared to any other government public benefit program. And then, not that you brought this up again, I assume that you're just being kind of playful. But undocumented immigrants have never been eligible for SNAP, contrary to what a lot of people think. So, yeah, and I guess there's also pie charts. I was thinking about finding one, but almost none of the federal budget goes to food stamps. It's like a little sliver in the pie. Most of the pie goes toward the military, as you probably know. Another big portion of the pie, though, that people don't talk enough about, I think, goes to healthcare. And that kind of gets back to the video about why it's important for people to eat healthy. And when people say, what do you care? I can eat whatever I want. Well, we live in a society and we all pay taxes. So actually, I would like you to be healthy, even for purely selfish reasons. I would like my neighbors to eat better. I would like my neighbors to be a bit healthier. I would like the people in my community to be healthier. Same thing with schools. They've shown like $1 in schools, saves the economy money because it's one less dollar toward the prison system. It's a return on investment. Same thing. I want the kids in my community to get a good education because I'm a decent human. But even if I wasn't, I would want that because I don't want to deal with them as petty criminals. I'd rather deal with them as people who got an education and are able to find some sort of meaningful work in this world. So yeah, those are some food stamps myths and facts.